Hi. Okay. Hi everyone. All right. So today we're going to replace our class. Okay, which is public holiday on Monday. Okay. So supposedly we will cover chapter 2 on that day. Okay. So we look at on chapter 2 now. All right. So chapter 2 it is regarding the business ethic and social responsibility. Okay, so in this chapter, we look at today how individuals develop their code of ethics, distinguish the social responsibility from ethics, and identify the organization stakeholders. We will show how the concept of corporate social responsibility apply both to the environmental issues and also the firm relationship. And then we identified the four general approach in the social responsibility, and then we will explain the role of the government in the social responsibility, and last the part is we will discuss how the business manage the social responsibility in terms of formal and informal dimension. Okay, first of all, what is the ethics? Okay, ethics is the belief about what is right and wrong, a bad, good or bad in the action that will affect to others people. Okay, business ethics is quite similar concept as the ethics, which is in the business ethics is referred to the ethical or unethical behavior by the employee in the context of their job. Right? So ethical and unethical behavior. Alright, ethical behavior, which is the behavior that confirm the individual belief and the social norm about what is right and good. Unethical, uh, on the another words, okay, reflect to the ethical behavior. So unethical is the conform the individual belief and the social norm that is what is wrong or bad. Okay, in the managerial ethics, so standard of behavior will guide the employee managers in their workplace, which is will guide the behavior of the employees in the workplace, and then the behavior of the organization, and the behavior towards the other economic agent, which is our stakeholders. Okay, when we want to assess the ethical behavior, the first one is we have to gather all the relevant information, okay, on what the action that we are going to do. And then the second one is we will analyze the fact that will determine the most appropriate moral of value. So for example, when you already determine what kind of action that you want to take, so we have to analyze the fact. Okay, what is right, what is wrong, okay, what is the effect towards the people. So we have to look at on the benefit and the benefit and the bad side of the action. And then the third step, we have to make an ethical judgment based on how it's right and wrong in the proposed activity or the policy. When we talk about the ethical norm, so we have four ethical norms. The first one is the utility. Utility means that we will look at on the benefits. Okay, who is the party that will get the benefits of the action. And then the second one, the second of the ethical norm is the rights. Okay, when we take a several action, when we take some of the action to be implemented, so we have to look at on the rights of individual. Either all the parties' right has been fulfilled or not. Right, and then the third one is justice. Okay, means that we have to treat all the parties equally so that we can create a win-win situation. And then the fourth one is caring. Okay, we have to ensure that when we take the action, we already fulfill, okay, the responsibility of each other. Okay, and then in the okay, when they look at on the company practice and the business ethics, okay, some of the company when they want to adapt with the business ethics, so what they have to do is the company will provide the written codes of ethics that have to comply by all of the employees. And second one, some of the company they will provide the ethical program so that it will build the awareness of the employee about the ethical and unethical behavior. Okay, when we talk about the social responsibility, okay, social responsibility is the business attempt to balance between the commitment to the relevant group and the individual in its social environment. Okay, social responsibility is means that when the company making a profit, so at the same time the company has to spend or have to share their profit with the another party, which is our society. Okay, so that is we call it as the commitment of the employee to the social environment. Okay, when we talk about the social responsibility, who is the person that the business wants to give a commitment, which is our stakeholders. Okay, so stakeholders is the group or individual and the organization that are directly affected by the practice of the organization. Okay, for example, like customer, okay, and then for example, like supplier, okay, or maybe the community, all right. So without them, we cannot selling our product. So that when we are making a profit, then we have to give a little bit portion, okay, to spend to the commodity, so that the customers see the commitment, okay, the responsibility taken by the organization, okay, to share the social responsibility. Okay, so the corporate stakeholders that we are concerned, the first one is the employee itself, okay, which is the one who run our business. And then the second one is the investor, which is the one who funded our business. And the third one is the supplier, which is the individual or the organization that supply the raw material to the company. And then the customers, this one is very important, which is the individual that will create the demands in the market so that we can supply the product. And the third one is the local community, which is the another society, okay, for example, like non-profit organization, for example, like all folks home, okay, anak yatim, alright. So that one is the local community, okay, that also will contribute to our business success and failure. Okay, so when we talk about the stakeholders model responsibility, so this is the individual, the stakeholders that we already mentioned earlier. Okay, for the customers, how we fulfill the responsibility, which is how do we treat the customers fairly and honestly. Okay, we have to tell them about the quality of our product, okay, and then how the product function, what is the cost, there is no hidden cost. Okay, that is how do we fulfill the social responsibility to our customer. Second entity is the employee, okay, which is the responsibility of the company to treat the employees fairly and respect their dignity and the basic human needs. Okay, so that is how do we fulfill the social responsibility to the employees. And then the third one is the investor. Okay, how do we responsible to our investor, which is we have to provide them a proper accounting procedure. Okay, and then we have to ensure that all the information published in the financial statement is the correct information, and we have to honestly inform the financial performance of the company. And then when we talk about the consumer, okay, when we talk about the customers, so there is a consumer right, okay, which is the consumerism, the social activism dedicated to protecting the consumer rights. Okay, in dealing when they are dealing with the business, unfair pricing, which is we call it as the collusion, okay, which is two or more firms collaborate on such wrongful act as as the price fixings. Okay, that is unfair pricing. Okay, for example, when because of we want to increase our product, the price of our product, then what we do is we stop supply the product. So when we stop supply the product, then the end consumer do not have enough quantity to buy, then they will start to increase the demand. So that is how do we increase the pricing. So this is unethical, okay, and this unfair pricing. Okay, so when we want to increase the product, then we have to tell the customers the honestly, okay, and then maybe because of the cost of production increase, so that's why we have to increase the pricing. Okay, so there must be a justification why we have to do that, and why we have to implement this and that. Okay, so the most important part is the honestly, okay, the honesty. So we have to tell the customer about the truth. Okay, when we talk about the responsibility to the employees, as I mentioned to you, we have to treat the employees fairly. Okay, how do we treat the employees fairly? We provide them a balanced work and the life pressure. Okay, so we provide them their working hours, so that if they have all, if the working means that if the company wants the employee to stand by for 24 hours, maybe we can do a job rotation. So one person in the office, another one person at home. So and then rotate. So another one person go in a shift, another one person will leave the office and then entertain the family's requirement. Okay, that is how do we fulfill the responsibility to the employee. Okay, at the same time, when the employee are not pressure, so they will maintain their job skills. So how do we maintain the employee job skills? By using training lah. Okay, usually we will send them for training, so they will develop their skills. Okay, when we have to in the condition where we are not good in business, so we have to terminate or lay off the employees, so we have to lay off or terminate them with respect. Okay, tell them the truth, pay them the compensation. Okay, tell them what are the condition of the company. That's why we have to take this action. Okay, that is how do we fulfill the responsibility. Okay, and then the company also have to provide equal opportunity without regards to the race, sex, or the others irrelevant factors. Okay, so we have to treat all the employees equally, regardless they are female or male. Okay, regardless they are Indian, Chinese, or Malay. Okay, it doesn't matter. If they perform better, if they deserve, then we have to promote them. Okay, and then when we talk about the responsibility to our supplier, so we have to create the mutual partnership, okay, mutual benefit partnership arrangement with the supplier. So we have to create a win-win situation. Okay, when we do a business, at the same time we also require the raw material from the supplier. So when we buy the raw material from the supplier in such price, then we get the profit. So there is a so that in the process we have created a win-win situation. Company get the profit, at the same time the supplier also got the business dealing. Okay, and then the last one is the local or international community. Okay, this is what I mentioned to you. There is a non-profit organization, okay, or society they developed several program or the charity program. Okay, so they required the fund. So we as the profit oriented business, maybe we have to give or we have to support their program. Okay, and then in the contemporary social consciousness, all right, the concept of the accountability, the expectation of expanded roles for the business in protecting and enhancing in the general welfare of the society. So that is we call it accountability, which is the responsibility to protect, okay, the social welfare. That's why the company have to commit with the social responsibility. Okay, another part is the responsibility to the environment. For example, like air pollution, water, and land pollution, especially if the company that is producing something using the chemical. Okay, so we have to think about how do we want to taking care of the chemical so that it will not contribute any pollution to the environment. Okay, so we stop until here, then we continue later. Thank you.